What is going on, guys? Sinister here, back with another Smite video, and we are taking a look at patch notes for 4.7 Pillars of Success. Now, this is a kind of in-depth patch. We're going to start off with the new god Ganesha, who was supposed to be released in 4.6, but due to complications, they had to push him back one more patch, but he was kind of leaked by Pon last patch notes, and everyone kind of got an idea of what he was going to be. Everyone knew who's going to be support, and everyone kind of knew what he's going to look like and what his abilities were because those were leaked on data mining as well. But we're just going to go ahead and take a look, and this is what he looks like. He is like the definition of a support. He's a true support. Of course he is a Hindu god, you know. If it wasn't already obvious by looking at him, the very classic Hindu look, and he already has 4 arms, much like Kali and a lot of other Hindu gods. So, first, we'll go through his passive, which is an amazing passive. Basically, you can't kill steal or secure kills with Ganesha. If you do get the kill, it is going to count as an assist for you and give the kill credit to your closest god near you, which is really cool. So you basically, that's amazing. If you get you have your 2 on someone with Kepri, or you Sylvan Assault and you get that tick damage, and it's like, damn, man, I didn't really want the credit for that. Unless you're an asshole of a support, but then you're really not playing support and you are trying to KS. Or unless you're Ares, because if you're playing Ares and you're really not trying to get kills, I don't know. But yeah, and it also, additional to this passive, is his assist range and the amount of time it'll take before the assist will run out. So like, if normal gods, they have 80 units to be with an ally to get the assist, and they have 10 seconds from their last point of damage to get credit for that assist. With Ganesha, it's increased to 80 units and 15 seconds. So, really cool passive for Ganesha. That is going to help him a lot. His first ability is a lane clear, but it also does additional effects. Think of, kind of looks like Kepri's 2. It's a big ball, but it comes out a lot faster. Not as fast as Thoth's, but, similar to that. It also does damage scaling from 90 to 330 and 55% of your magic power. So it's actually a pretty strong ability as well. So for each enemy hits up to a maximum of 5, all allied gods within 55 units of Ganesha will gain bonus damage. So this not only does damage to the enemy gods, but it gives your allies bonus damage, and they start glowing up when this triggers. So that's really cool. Costs 65 to 85 with the 14-second cooldown, and 2% bonus for stack. So you can get an additional 10% damage. So come late game, let's say you get all 5 gods with that ability, crazy. That's 10% damage on a Loki. That's 10% more damage on a Mercury. 10% more damage on an Artemis. Like, that's a lot come late game. But of course, that's hitting all 5. I don't think that counts for just minions as well. I think it's just enemy gods. But it does says for each enemy, not enemy god. So I don't know. Maybe it is minions as well. We'll see. Second ability is literally just called Om. He kind of starts meditating and goes Om, and he chants and rises. He is not CC immune in this. It only lasts for like maybe 2 seconds. Okay, 1.8 seconds. You see right there. And what it's going to do is it's a big circle, and in those circle, it's going to give physical protections to allied gods. Those physical protections are 20 at rank 1 and 60 at rank 5, and scale by 10 to each, as you can see down there. Cost 55 to 75, and the cooldown is reduced every time you upgrade. It starts at 14 seconds and ends at 10 seconds. Now, outside of the big circle that gives your allies some protections, what it also is going to do, you're going to have a little cone in front of you. That cone is going to silence enemies while you're chanting. So not only do you give your allies protections, you can silence enemies as well. And you can move freely in this, so you can, if they're trying to bob and weave out of it, you can keep them silenced for 1.8 seconds. Really cool over there. Can definitely set up some people. Now, his third ability will also go hand in hand with that. It's called Remove Obstacles, and it is a dash. It's a pretty long dash, actually. And what it's going to do is, if you hit an enemy god, you're going to hit them, stop right there, you're going to hit them twice, and you're going to throw them up in the air. Very similar to Sobek's Pluck, except you're not throwing them back. You literally throw them straight up in the air. Like, straight up in the air. Not like on a slant, like on her if he jumps. It's literally straight up in the air. And you're going to get 2 extra hits. So you dash, boom, boom, throw. And it's not a giant throw. It's kind of similar to Geb's knockup. A little bit longer than that, but very similar. You can see the cost right there. Scales from 55 to 75, and the cooldown is reduced. Oh, no, that's the other obstacle. Sorry. Yeah, does 75 damage, scales to 240, so big jumps per level, and 45% of your scaling. Now, the good thing about this is that it is called Removes Obstacles, because Ganesha is the god of obstacles, I think? God of success, but they did mention obstacles. That's kind of a big part of his lore. You can also dash through any man-made obstacle. Now, this is a mirror wall, this is a Thor wall, this is Kabrakan ult, this is anything that is man-made. On her pillar, you can dash through it. You cannot dash through like walls in the game. Like the Conquest mid-harpies can't dash straight through that. But you can dash through anything else, even an Odin ult. Odin rings you can dash through. If it is man-made, you can dash through it. But it doesn't break it, it doesn't get your allies out of it, it's literally just for you to escape. So very safe god to play. He's got a long dash that can dash through anything. He's got a silence that also gives protections. He's got a damage buff for his allies. He doesn't get the kill, his allies get the kill, and he takes the assist. Super support oriented. I think he's going to be good, and I think he's going to be really fun to play. My personal opinion. His ultimate, it's back. It's back. Dharmic Pillars. This is basically old Wa's ultimate. The old new Wa ult is back, baby. Ganesha summons 4 great pillars of righteousness and imprisons his enemies. Between each pillars, a magical field is created. Nothing happens in the center of the pillars. Nothing. You don't take anything, you don't do damage, you're not slowed, you're just there. If you want to try to dance around the middle for the duration and try not to die, have fun with that. But if you do decide to exit the pillars, if you leap, say you get on Succes and you jump out, nothing happens to you. You evaded it. But if you actually walk through the passage, you're going to take some damage. It's going to do 95 to 255 scaling and 40% of your magical power. They're also slowed and have their protections reduced for 3 seconds. The slow scales from 20% to 40%, and the protection reduction scales from 15 to 55. So this is crazy right here. Lasts for 3 seconds, cost 80 to 120, and has a 75-second cooldown. So the cooldown is not very long on that. This is the recolor. The recolor is actually super cool. It looks a lot cooler than the card art. Bright pink with baby blue pants, and that actually goes to the lore as well. A lot of the interpretations of Ganesha is a pink elephant. And I'd like to throw in that Ganesha is a god that's still worshipped today in the Hindu pantheon, so they wanted to be sure to kind of hit everything on the nail, be as accurate as they can, and not be whimsical and just kind of disrespect people's religions of someone who's still followed today. So that was very important to them of making him as accurate as possible. So that wraps up Ganesha. Very cool. Now, these skins. We're gonna jump into the skins. They're absolutely amazing. They hit it on the head again. First one is Vampiric Scylla. Dude, look. This was kind of leaked. It wasn't leaked. It was kind of hinted at. People were thinking either Scylla, maybe Mercury, something like that. But it is Scylla. Vampiric Scylla looks so cool. Scylla's getting some really cool skins with the Odyssey one that came out. I forget what that was called, but that was really cool. This one's really cool. Wow. I have a strong feeling this is going to be an exclusive, and you're going to find it in the Gothic chest. I think that's coming back with the Morgan and all that, but oh well, hopefully it's gems, but I know it's not going to be. The voice pack is pretty cool.
They had bad blood.
That's such a badass skin. Modern Messenger Mercury, think of a paper boy from the 1990s in New York City. It's kind of just the vibe I get from here. The voice pack as well.
Smell you later!
So, pretty cool there. Next one is the Sparrow Nike, kind of a superhero-esque Robin Hood type Nike.
It's a bird! It's a plane! No, it's just me.
Pretty cool there. Nothing super special in my opinion, but I'm not a big superhero guy, so other people might be drooling over this. I'm not crazy about these two, but this one, the Scylla skin, I'm so excited for. This one's pretty cool too, kind of Ezio from Assassin's Creed type feel, Secret Order Uller.
After hanging out with me, you might experience some side effects. Cool. All of them are death.
And the last one is World Walker Janus. Look at this beauty.
Fall for it!
This just looks amazing. Janus has some cool skins as well. Of course, you got Bass Drop, the J-Android, you get the Rift Shaker. Even Keymaster is cool, and that's just a simple one. Even his recolor is cool, and that's a simple one. And now we got this one. This one is amazing. I love Janus. He's my main mage, so I cannot wait. And I don't play a lot of mage. Well, I should rephrase that. He's my main mid laner. My main mages are like Chang'e and Anubis and stuff like that, but you can't really play them in Conquest. But my main mid laner is definitely Janus. Ganesha gets a clap and a wave. Summer Split is coming up for the season ticket. Okay, there you go. Vampiric Scylla is a part of the summer split, so that'll be cool. You can actually get her. You just play the game, and you can get Vampiric Scylla. She's going to be the first reward, it seems like, so that is awesome. Oh no, you have to buy the pass, the bundle. That's what it is. So you get, once you buy the 2017 summer split, you get Vampiric Scylla, the right to vote, bonus quest, double FP, same thing per usual. So the only thing different is instead of Mercenary, Nemesis, you get Vampiric Scylla. The bundle points, all the above, plus 2,500 fantasy points, season tickets rewards. You get season ticket jump stamp. New feature, doesn't say what it is. Soul announcer pack. 2017 ticket music theme, Roman recall skin, and Mercury modern messenger. So he's going to be one of the things available in the ticket, and she is available once you buy it. So you don't have to buy it, of course. You can earn it normally, but you won't. That is going to be the only way to get Scylla. Rank summer split. Soft reset on ranked queues for summer split. God leaderboards, back end adjustments, stuff right here. I'm going to just kind of leave this here. I don't want to read through all of this. If you want to pause it and read it yourself, you can. I'll leave it here for a second and then kind of jump down here if you want to read that. The big thing I can tell you is right here is the ranked DP decay is more intense now. So if you get on and you don't play, you get ranked into diamond or platinum and then you quit playing again, your TP is going to start going down a lot faster. You can see there after 2 weeks, 2 TP per day, 3 weeks, 4, 4, 6, 5, 8, and 6, 10. So you have to play the game to keep your TP now. Item fixes, you know, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. Bug fixes, blah, blah. If you really want to read that, that is a lot of bug fixes. Man, that's a lot in one patch. All right. Frenzy's back, boys. No, rituals are not back, but this is a relic now. So Frenzy, it's called Belt of Frenzy. 10% increased in damage, 15% attack speed, 5 seconds. While active, you gain 10 bonus damage towards objectives. Upgrading it gives you 10 penetration and increases the duration to 8 seconds. So Frenzy's back. Good. It's not the relics, they're still gone, not the rituals, they're still gone, but Frenzy is back as a relic instead. Blackthorn Hammer gets an increase in health by 100. Cursed Ankh gets a cooldown reduction by 50 seconds. I think that was needed because I don't see like any Cursed Ankh. And the upgraded version is reduced by 50 seconds. No, wait. That's... I guess that's the same. The upgrade is still the cooldown. I don't know what they reduced on the upgraded version. Maybe just the anti-healing is increased. I don't know. But we'll see. Gladiator Shield increases its physical protection by 5 and increased the health and mana restored from its passive by 0.5%. I think Gladiator Shield is actually a really good item, especially because of how cheap it is and how early you can get it if you get it on like Amaterasu or Shock or something like that. So I think this is actually going to be seen a lot more now that it's actually just getting buffed, and I think it was pretty good before. So we have a new item, though, called Lono's Mask. This is interesting. I didn't actually get to see this. So it joins Bumba's and Rangda's Mask. Cost 500 gold. And being within assist range of a minion or jungle camp monster without dealing the killing blow gives you a stack. Only the closest ally god in assist range to Lona's Mask gets a stack. Each stack provides 2 health, and they're permanent up to 75 times. Upon reaching 75 stacks, you are given 400 gold. So I think what this is going to be used is mid laners. You know how mid laners like to get Bumba's Mask, you know, for the healing on the camps. I think that's going to stop. I think junglers are going to get Bumba's still. No one's getting Rangda's unless you're like... The only time I could see getting Rangda's Mask is if you are like the best Mercury. Like I could see Weaken getting Rangda's Mask. Even though I'm not a fan of Weaken, his Merc's pretty good. He jungles Merc, he can get Rangda's, get those stacks and get that movement speed, and you're just going to be hitting even harder. So I think junglers get Bumba's and the mid laners get Lono's Mask now. So you're going to be a little tankier getting health, of course. And once you get to full stacks, you can just sell it. You're getting 400 gold right back. You're not really losing anything. Plus, if anything, you're gaining money because you're going to be selling it for, what is that, like 200 gold maybe? I don't know how much it is. And then you get 400 gold for getting to 50 or 75 stacks. And I don't know, maybe because it doesn't say that it heals you anymore. So that was the whole point. I don't know. Take back everything I just said. I think I'm completely wrong. I don't know where this is going to be seen. Probably the solo lane, maybe. I guess solo lane and whenever. Man, yeah, I don't know. Because you can't deal the dealing blows. It's not like you can stack like this with Book of Thoth. You have to be in assist range I guess the support. This would be a support item, definitely. That makes a lot more sense now. I am a main support. I don't know why I didn't even think of that. I just woke up not so long ago, so that's probably why. But this will probably be seen on supports. Maybe Watcher's Gift and then Lona's Mask after boots, or this and then I don't know. We'll have to see. It's definitely got to be incorporated somehow because it looks like that's a lot. It seems like it could be a lot of health, especially early game. So we'll see. Not sure how this will play in, but it's cheap, so I mean it's worth a shot to try it at beginning games and see. Meditation now heals for a flat amount scaling with the level. So the heal changed from 15% of the maximum health. It is now 75 flat to 12 per level. And the mana restored goes from 35% of the caster's maximum mana to 30% of the target's maximum mana. So I think a good change there to meditation. Is a very, very, very popular item. The upgrade is going to do the same thing. It's going to go with that. Rage gets a new passive now, and it goes from 2,200 gold to 2,400 gold. The new passive is getting a kill, getting an assist on an enemy god, killing or getting an assist on an enemy god, gives you 1 stack. Each stack provides 1 crit chance, and stacks are permanent and stack up to 5 times. At 5 stacks, you gain an additional 10% crit. So basically, let's say at the beginning of the game, you get a quick assist or a quick kill, right at the beginning. You already have a 1% crit chance. Do that 5 times, you're going to get 5%, and then at 5, you gain an additional 10%. So that's 15% crit chance right there after 5 kills or assists. That's not bad. I don't think it's bad. Still don't think it'll be played a lot, but I could be completely wrong. This could be the next best crit item. I don't know. I don't really build crit a lot. I don't play a lot of gods that require crit. So unless it's like Izanami and I build crit on her. But we'll see. Could be interesting. Runeforged Hammer. Increased the health on it by 50%. Kind of the same thing along the lines of Blackthorn Hammer. They just wanted it to be more used. The passive's really good, but if the passive wasn't proccing, it was a pointless item. So they don't want to make it a pointless item. It'll still be useful without the passive. So 50% increase in health there. Increases the passive damage on crowd control targets from 10% to 15%. Shield of Regrowth. Gets a nerf and a buff. I like it. I think it's good. Decreases the cooldown from 20 to 10%, but it increases the health from 200 to 300. So you're going to be a little more tanky with it, but you're not going to get the full cooldown with it. So you can't build like this in Breastplate on Chang'e and be full. You're going to be at 30%. You can still get cooldown boots if you want. So it's going to... What this is doing is stopping people, because I experienced this literally yesterday. I had the cooldown boots, Shield of Regrowth, and Breastplate of Valor on Chang'e. Did I say Breastplate of Valor? Breastplate of Valor on Chang'e. And I realized, I was like, wow, I'm overcapped 10% or 15%, whatever it is. I didn't even know that Shield of Regrowth gave you 20%. I wasn't aware of that. So I sold cooldown boots and just bought pen boots. But now this is going back to 10%. So you'll be able to get those cooldown boots if you wanted or needed. So it's a nerf and a buff. I think overall they're saying it's more of a nerf, which I agree, but I don't think it's that bad. It's not going to affect me, so I personally don't care. It's still going to incorporate. I always get cooldown boots on my Shield of Regrowth builds anyway, so that works for me. Shillelagh increased the health by 100 in Stone of Binding. Now triggers all crowd control, not just hard CC. So it's not just stuns anymore. So all forms of crowd control is going to trigger Stone of Binding passive. That's going to be a big game changer right there, I think. Because Amir can trigger it on every ability because he slows for everything. So this will be interesting. Sundering Spear upgrade decreases the damage decreased the increased damage debuff by 5%, and it increased the cooldown by 10 seconds. I think that was needed. Sunder's OP. I think Sunder's still always going to be OP. I love Sunder, especially on supports. But I think it was needed. Water Illusion no longer breaks stealth from Water Illusion. Wow. Oh, that's minion damage. Okay. I thought that was like just activating your Water Illusion. I was like, there's no way they did that to Hao Guang. Okay, so minion damage can no longer break stealth. And I know they did this with Izanami as well. I'm just going to throw that out there. Izanami, minion damage can no longer break her stealth form. Moonlight Charge. Yes. Yes. Wheelix gets buffed. Moonlight Charge, mana recost. Mana cost reduction. It used to be at 85 at all ranks. Now is 60 to 80. So completely so much cheaper than before. It's even at max rank. It's not as expensive as it used to be. So wow. All right, so we're going to diamond a Wheelix. We're already close. I think I'm like 7 or 8 with her. But we're going to get her diamond definitely now for sure. Cabrakan. Reduce the base physical protection from 23 to 20. Okay, so that's a nerf. decreased damage, 25, 65, 22 to 62. So nerf Sticker Bracken overall, I like. You can never nerf him enough because the full hit's too hard. Camazotz gets a little buff here. Camazotz now drinks essence pools at full speed at all times, whether or not he's in combat. And you guys think, oh no, that's too much. You got to take in consideration, Camazotz literally has to stay like still or within like a 2-foot radius while doing that. He's such an easy target to hit. He's a sitting duck if like a Scylla's on the other team. You're literally just waiting to get one-shot comboed, or a Janus. So I think that's okay. And then Devour now removes a delay on his leap. It was like 0.2 seconds. He still does the same animation, but now if you activate your 3, you're going to jump immediately. There's not going to be a slight delay anymore. That's okay. Carnunos, he gets nerfed, but all it is his radius on his ultimate is decreased by 5. Literally the opposite of what everyone wanted you to do to Carnunos. The dude's still going to hit like a truck. He's still going to practically one-shot. He's still going to be broken, and he's still best hunter in the game practically. This ult does nothing. Before, I don't think I've ever been killed based on his ult. I mean, it's not like, oh god, I got hit by his ult, I'm a bore, now I'm dead. No, what hurts is his clear ability and his basic attacks. With the Wild Hunt, it's such, at least for me, it's such a very discreet ability that half the time, if a team fight's going on, you don't even see it. And next thing you know, you're a bore. So, like, that really doesn't matter. They need to decrease his base damage and his damage, not the radius on his ultimate. Get your shit together, high res. Hunbat's getting nerfed here. Hunbat's, according to Hi-Rez, is the best jungler in the game. I think Lee literally quoted that as one of the top junglers, and I don't disagree, because I think he's always been underrated with Awilix, but I don't know if he needed nerf. Maybe I just don't encounter a lot of Hunbats, but, like, I haven't seen that many. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but of course they take in pros and SPL and stuff like that, so that makes more sense. But decreases slow from 40% at all ranks is now 20 to 40%. Huge nerf there. And increase the cooldown on his ultimate by 10 seconds. That was good. I like that because his ult seems to come up a lot, especially because you build cooldown on him. Already explained Izanami. Kuzenbo. Oh, the buff to him. Holy wow. This is basically a 6v5 team fights at all times is what this is. Nene Kappa now inherits 20% of Kuzenbo's current health and protections in addition to its base. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, you still get Nene Kappa very frequently because of the passive on his abilities and the cooldown reduction. So, you're going to be, like I said, 6v5 team fight at all time. There's an extra pet. Now, keep in mind, let's say, wow, Kuzenbo Scotty dual lane. Some Kappas and Calders for everybody. That's a 4v2 on dual lane right there. That, I want to try that out, actually, now. So, PTS needs to come up. Universe Ring Toss gets an extra bounce on every single rank, and this hits really hard because yesterday I played a Naja 3 games in a row, same person, that hit every single ring toss and just obliterated my health with one toss, because it went back and forth between me and one minion every single time. I really don't like this change, but I think I don't like it just because I happen to play a fucking good Naja 3 games in a row the day before, so I don't think that'll be bad overall. I'm just biased to it right now. Night Terror. It's a decreased cooldown. Used to be 90 seconds at all rank. Now scales from 90 to 70. Good right there. I don't think Nox's ult needed to be 90 at all ranks. It's a good ult. Hits hard, but it's kind of predictable and easy to dodge if you're okay. So I think that was an appropriate change to her. Stellar Burst no longer acts as an in-hand when you're firing, so you no longer have in-hand penalties. It counts as an ability, so you just move freely when you throw a Stellar Burst out. Susano. Stormkata. Hydro Limit can only proc on the first stage of this ability. Thank God. The pro Susanos who can 1, cancel, auto attack, 2, 1, cancel, auto attack, 1, all that. Doesn't proc Hydras 3 times now. Just the very first one. Thank God. Morgan. Minor or minion damage can no longer break stealth from confusion. Oh, so it was Morgan as well as Izanami. And who else? Ao Kuang. Morgan, Izanami, and Ao Kuang can no longer be broken up in stealth with minion damage. And that is all for this patch, guys. That is going to wrap it up. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe for more content like this. I will link the patch notes in the description per usual. Social media links are in the description as well. And until next time, thank you for the support, and I'll see you again soon.